Hi, welcome to Wag's Cancer Journey. I'm Wags, and this is my cancer journey. Thanks for joining me on week 3. Haven't quite came up with a title, but I think it's going to have something to do with slowing down. First week of radiation and chemo in the books. We're still here. Everything went somewhat as planned, which we'll get into that in a minute. Differences between last week and this week. One of the big things I guess I'd have to say is the anxiety levels probably gone down a little bit because I've started. The anticipation leading up to this, all the different tests, all the little hoops you have to jump through before you start this journey, it's over. That's behind us. There was a lot of anticipation, a lot of what ifs. Now we're doing it. Now it's there's no more what ifs. It's just when it happens. So from last week to this week, I think mentally that's probably a good thing. Started Tuesday, went all week by myself, drove myself there. The radiation itself, you get locked in and takes a few minutes, zap zoop you, and out the door you go. The chemo process much longer. That was kind of taxing. Going through that Wednesday, I had my second radiation treatment at 7:45. Got up to do labs. They did labs. I sat, and finally, my appointment, I should have been doing dialysis at 10, or not dialysis, doing chemo at 10. 10:30 comes, and I'm like, did they forget about me? People are coming and sitting down, getting called right in. I knew something was up, but they just, no, that's pretty normal. Well, finally, close to 11, they called me and got me sat down and said, we trying to get a hold of your doctor because we had a problem with your kidney labs. And then they told me, well, there's a chance we may need you to, do dialysis and then reschedule this first chemo, which I'm not signing up for dialysis ever. So I don't know anybody that's started dialysis and made it 3 years. So I'm not doing that. And anyway, it was barely out of the normal. And they knew I had stage 3 kidney disease I've had for years. Well, long story short, they got a hold of the doctor. Doc says, make sure you give him a bag of saline, half of it first, do the chemo. The other half, don't let him leave till he pees 500 milliliters. Okay, well, it seemed easy enough, right? So now it's 11:30. It's an hour and a half after my scheduled time that I'm supposed to be doing this. They had me all worried that I wasn't going to be able to do chemo at the last minute while I'm sitting in the chair. IV's already in. And they decide it's a go. Well, now we got to wait an hour for them to mix up this material. They don't do it until they get the doctor's okie dokie. That's when they whip up their bag of chemotherapy medicine. Well, they hung that up there. Did half the saline. They got the chemo medicine. I chilled out during that. It takes about 75 minutes for that bag to go in. About an hour and 10 minutes. It's just pretty close. And between hour and 10, hour and 15 minutes, the bag runs out. Then they started the saline again. By the time that saline was all in me, I was ready to give them their 500 milliliters. I gave them 750. And they let me go. Everything was fine. My kidneys were fine. I knew that they would be, but it's all precautions. This is a very thorough place, UW, and I'm probably blessed to be there because they check all their boxes. So that was Wednesday. They gave me 3 medicines for the chemotherapy, or the aftermath of it. And I'll explain what those are. All right, well, as I was saying, they gave me 3 medicines to fight nausea. One of them is a must take, and that is Zyprexa 5 milligrams. That's the easy word. The olanzapine is the formal name. I got to take one of them for 4 nights right before bed. And one of the things they told me is make sure you're getting ready to go to bed, because once you take that pill, you're out. I had a phone call last night. I don't remember none of it. So you take it, go to bed. And I slept all night on it. So far, I've taken it twice. This is Friday. And it worked real well. The next one is Zofran 8 milligram tablet. I haven't taken one of them yet. I can take one of them every 8 hours as I need. It works best for preventing nausea. Take at first sign of nausea or queasiness. Side effects may include headaches or constipation. Well, I haven't taken one of them yet. So the third one is to take in between the 8 hours that I can take the Zofran every 8 hours. If you still feel nausea in between, they told me to drop one of these, and that's a Compazine 10 milligram tablet. You could take one of them every 6 hours. So in there, I could alternate somewhat like Advil and Tylenol. I made the mistake when I got home, or when I got up yesterday morning, would have been Thursday morning. I did have a little bit of nausea. I didn't really feel much like I should be driving and all that. So I grabbed one of them, and I should have been grabbing the Zofran. I went to my treatment. I come back. I sat in, and everything was fine. I was able to drive. Wasn't a problem. And one of the side effects is this can cause drowsiness. But it says, take this if the Zofran doesn't work within 30 or 60 minutes. You may alternate with Zofran throughout the day for constant nausea if you need to. Side effects, dryness of mouth, yeah, big time. Conclude drowsiness and dry mouth. Dry mouth was huge. Rare side effects is tremors, muscle stiffness. If this occurs, you're supposed to call this phone number. I mean, they're pretty thorough. So that was Thursday, and that was the last pill I took until last night when I took my Zyprexa again. And today when I got up, I have a little bit of, I don't think I have enough to take a pill. I may take one of them just so it's in me, but I don't know that I need to. So they wrap those up. They send me out of there on Wednesday. And like I say, Wednesday night, then it pretty much killed my day. I had a DOT physical Wednesday evening. I went and did that, and that worked out fine. I got home pretty late Wednesday. I really didn't feel like eating much. Didn't have much of an appetite or anything. So I took one of them pills and went to bed and slept all night. 59. Usually get up at least once a night and go use the restroom. Didn't. Slept all night. Got up when the alarm got me up. Went into the restroom, and it was the first time all night. That's a long time I've slept all night. So it worked out pretty good. Like I said, the medication that's in there for you to go to bed is no joke. So went to radiation Thursday, no problem. In, out, back home. Got some stuff done around the house. Still able to do all that. I did Wednesday night put the wrap on, which I'll leave a picture of the wrap. And then it just draws out some of the heat because it felt like a sunburn. I'm going to start using the aloe vera lotion pretty much every day, and in along with that wrap. And again, I can even leave a link in the description where I got that wrap, and I'll have a picture up there with me wearing it. Looks pretty goofy, but it really draws the heat out. And I'm told that that's huge, and I can feel the inside of my throat starting to get raw. It's starting to get burnt as well. And I'm kind of glad I have 3 days off because this is Memorial Day weekend. So I'll be off Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, start radiation on Tuesday. So the first 3 weeks, it's only going to be 4-day radiation days. Do have chemo next Wednesday. So, but it's going to go downhill, the throat from here. And I can feel it. I am on the edge where it's starting to get worse. I've heard of people talking about how their phlegm's heavier and they cough. I'm starting to get the cough. You can hear it in my voice that I've been coughing, and I'm starting to get the real raw throat. But I feel good all in all. I'm glad the first week is behind me. I think I did pretty well. Today I went in, got a picture of me wearing my mask. I'll put that up here now. Every day they put this on you, pin you down to the table, and go through this. It only takes between 8 and 12 minutes. You're done. Drove back home. Gonna film this and get this downloaded as fast as I can so I can get it shot up to YouTube for y'all. And I hope to see you next week. I mean, again, stay tuned. I know this is gonna get worse, but I'm feeling pretty fortunate that things have gone as good as they have to this spot. I feel pretty good about that. I've got so much people reaching out, wishing me the best. Thank you. Best thing you can do to support the channel is like and subscribe. Show this to somebody else that's gone through cancer. If we can help one person get through their journey by showing them what's going on with my journey, that'd be great. I need all the help I can get. You folks out there have been doing a great job helping me out and supporting me. Let's support someone else. But that's pretty much a wrap on the week. Nice short video. It's going to get longer the more complications. I'll let you know how much of this drugs I actually take. I'm sure as time goes by, I'll probably end up taking more. But for the first week, so far I've taken one over and above what I have to take. So for Jim, for Wag's Cancer Journey, take care of everybody. And before I go, I'm going to put a picture up here of the back of my truck. Let's try to support the Till Valhalla project. 22 veterans a day commit suicide on average. We want to try to get that number to 0. And you can help the Till Valhalla project by picking up a t-shirt, a bumper sticker. Get the back of your truck looking like the back of mine. Till Valhalla project, let's end veteran suicide. Let's work together to help somebody else's cancer journey. For Wag's Cancer Journey, we'll see you next time. Take care, everybody.